thinking about you and sitting here tonight trying to figure out on this recorder since Cecil has been up at the home and since her sickness. I tell you, frankly, I've just been discouraged about everything getting started. Ivan was over here the other day, and we were talking about you folks back there in Oklahoma, and he said, well, Dad, why don't you got that recorder, why don't you send them a tape? Well, it did look kind of silly, just sat here not doing anything, and main thing, I guess, is discouraged. It's kind of lonely, Barry, for you and Doris. I want you to know, but it's one of those things that can't be helped. We've done everything we could think of in the way of trying to for Cecil. It's impossible for one person to take care of her now. The fact about the case is, up there at the Taggart Care Center, they're good to her. Really, they are, and they really love Cecil. She gets a funny streak once in a while, and she kids with them. Of course, she can't tell what she's saying. I think she knows what she's saying a lot of the times. Really, I do. And she knows me at sometimes, and then other times she doesn't. Here a while back, I went up there and I went to see about her meal. I feed her, go up about twice a day, spend probably anywhere from half an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours at a time. But that's more or less, it run on an average an hour, hour and 15 minutes each time. I feed her at noon. They start feeding up there about, I guess around 11 o'clock, around 11:45, mainly. And in the evening, it's around 4:45. And I try to be there so I can feed her. They do a good job, but they've got so many to feed. I don't know how many. It's over 100 in the home is their capacity. They've got, I think it's 100 and some rooms, and they've got over 100 patients there all the time, and Mom isn't the only one that's in that shape by any means there, but they are good to her, and they keep her clean, and they keep the place clean all the time. It's a little expensive, a little over $700 a month, but we've managed to save a little, and we'll be able to take care of it for a while. And all of the kids, all of them, just here the last time Bud and Jean was up, they come up about once a month, and they were up the last time they were up a couple of weeks ago, and Bud said, Fred, don't you worry about money at all. So they're awful good, and I can't complain in the least. Here a while back, I always tell her I love her, and I do. I love her with all my heart. I'm just trying to tell you, as near as I can, how it really is. But it's loneliness, and I don't mind telling you. Sometimes I have a bawling spell. I can't help it. You know how we got along, and you know as much about that as the 30 years we've been out here has been the same as the 20 years we were there. So you're pretty well acquainted with our relation with each other. We just mark in time. I constantly pray that the Lord will perform one of those miracles He did when He walked the shores of Galilee. And someday I'll go up there and she'll want to know why she's doing there, and I want to come home. But so far that hasn't happened, of course. Now, the rest of the family are here. They're doing about as well as to be expected. By the time you get this, though, you will have visited probably with half, because he left, he left yesterday morning for Dallas. This is, what is this? Anyway, this is the 21st. Yesterday was inauguration day, by the way, and he left on that for Houston, I believe it was, and he intends to spend a day or so with you people there in Enid. Well, he'll probably bring you up to date on as much as he can. He drops in to see her occasionally, and Ivan and Mary, they go up and feed her, and Donna, she stops by on her work. It's not too far out of her way as she comes home from work, and she stops in at least 2-3 times a week and even more to feed her evening meal, and we are up there together quite often. But she's being taken care of, and so we just about have to trust the Lord, and I don't hardly, it's awful lonesome here, and I tell you, well, Perry and Doris, there's some things worse than death. Cecil is ready to go. She's ready to meet her Maker.